surely. So yeah, that's why I think it's going to happen at one point, but we'll wait and see. Oh man, I'm a big hater of this comp. I'll put that out there right now. But let's see how good they can make it look. I'm a big hater of this comp as well. Oh, I gotta hate all these comps.
Absolutely, we'll see how things square up from here then. Whether or not FUT can have a success on their attacking side on this map, because on the prior, they were shut down by Navi at every single turn. It was a 9-3.
What do I hate about these comps? Okay, in terms of Navi, on their attack, it should be relatively hard for them to get out and get map control and go through places like Dora in this. I'm a big believer that you need a Sky Dog or a drone, or at the very least a Prowler, but I would put Prowler as like not great. I'm a big believer that you need a Sova or a Sky. If you don't have one of them, it can be a little bit hard on the attack side to get out and get control. And then in terms of FUT, what I dislike from their team is not having a Killjoy. You've got 4 choke points, you have no Killjoy, so you have to have one person on each choke point, so you can only back one choke point up with 2 people, and that's how you're meant to shut down choke points. It's not great. So yeah.
It was a fake. Oh, it was all intentional. Right. Still, site has been taken by FUT, and the spike has gone down now for Navi. We've seen them be retake kings on Lotus not too long ago. Pretty confident they can do the same here. Sugetsu finding one. At least Kiwi all alone. Will find one for himself, but still 3 more to bring down.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, getting flooded in, backside chipped away. Ad finds the first, though.
But where to look?
One enemy remaining.
Oh, what? Kiwi's got 1 left. Dancing each other around the back of site here as well. He's rounding on the right side, but helped out by the turret, but it's just not enough.
There's no way he wins this, though.
Magic here in round 1.
Ain't no way Kiwi gets that. Are you kidding me?
Pistol as well.
Unbelievable in the 1 versus 3. The first kill,
There's 1v4, right?
The second kill through smoke with 4 bullets to spam with. That's all he had. Somehow gets the second one, and then does the long walkabout.
Damn.
Circling around the site to finish it off with a 4K on the round. Just clipping that round away.
What a,
Think back
yeah, what a time
Lotus.
to...
FUT did that so much in the first
What a
half.
time to shine.
Kiwi round steals. Moj clutching up for 3,
Reed, what's
taking
up?
it away. The individuals are shining. FUT can just snatch these rounds straight away from Navi.
Damn. It's one way to get the party started. This round should be a bit of a cakewalk in comparison. No more 1v4s to come out, given they do come in tooled up to the high heavens for the most part with these guns. But you can't ignore that Navi went pretty strong themselves, at least a couple of players on the team. Seen it here.
It was kind of sick watching that with no X-ray as well, I'm not gonna lie.
Then we step off towards the left.
Oh.
Finds the one. A quick snap on towards Zipan. Who can do nothing but now look on from a grey screen.
Oh no. A different story to round
That's
1.
fine.
Yeah. Footer still coming on top here as Kiwi does fall. Rifle goes in the hands of Ada Captain.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna have one of those games where everything's going right, and then that instantly happens. Okay, in terms of this though, not too bad. Plant's gonna go down. We got 1, 2, 3 armor rebuys, 1 gun rebuy. So okay damage from Navi, nice from FUT as well. Getting the plant in definitely helps as well. We are 1 away from knives if they wanted to do like a sell of this and try and get an orb. We honestly might see Navi go heavy on the sides to stop this from happening.
There's so many of them, they're clearly not that important.
You know what matters more than
We'll see.
anything? What? The Logitech G power-up round.
Oh damn, ain't that right?
And here it comes for Navi. The rifles, the light armor enthusiasts actually just didn't have the money for the heavy in this one because they went for some pistols to Marshall in the last one. But CNED continues to get a little bit more aggro down B long. This time 2 players.
Recon in the corner.
Okay.
Okay, so recon in the corner means that they can get all A control, and it didn't get shot, so they know that this is all clear. I don't think you can beat it around here. Wow, he's just wall contacting
It's
through.
so weird. It's almost like casters overuse the word interesting.
It's true, but the fact that Kiwi now a couple of rounds has just gone on the solo missions. Back in the pistol was
Yeah, and he's kind of found the gap though. He's got a lot of space and no one's dueling, and this is great. Yeah, they really tried to. I mean, Zipan did insanely well, yeah.
And now where can you actually go with FUT?
That was impressive.
One of your only rifles abandoned on the site. The other one now Shao is pushing into. That's an overstep.
That's a start, at least to bring things back forward. And there are 2 players looking to push in here, as you can see. Ada Captain, round in the corner. along with Moj, but it's all about that single play with the diffuser for a second to go. To get the
Can we keep this full clean? Damn, okay, keeping this pretty clean. They got one death. Yeah, this was nice.
As Navi finally find their way back in. You like that one, huh?
Nice round from Zipan here.
I like it, yeah, sure. Gonna roll with that for the time being. We'll see how much Kiwi continues with these solo walk-ups, because there you might wonder, like, hey, why does he stop? Why doesn't he, like,
I think they were
the
just
site
trying
for his
something
team?
on the
Well,
eco.
because just that could happen. If he falls before the team is actually on the site behind him, well, then it's just a free kill.
Well, I say
going
eco
over.
on the
He was
bonus.
patient for a really long time.
Holy
Quite
hell,
ready for Zipan
man.
to be just around the corner. Zipan gets that one and the spam kill through it as well. So I'd expect to see maybe this round this fake dart sent over towards A while the rest of the team scales.
Okay, Recon goes into the
This
corner
time, not an
again.
early walk-up from
You
CNED.
can beat this round the
FUT sort
corner,
of
so
gambling
they're
at
going to
CNED.
never
Hey,
feel
you play
super
turn round
confident
one,
with
round
this.
three.
Going
It's
to the
even
first big
round,
buy
CNED's
round,
not
so
gonna be
must
pushing
win.
these all in.
Over
Hey,
to
they're
FUT. They don't want to eco after this.
Go low,
Damn.
bro. Obviously wanted to recover this one, I'd imagine, at some point, but he's left his little man, he's gone.
That's going to be a tough one to find ever again.
Just
That
nope.
one's sent off into the nether realm.
Still baiting this out at least a little bit here as well. We'll lose the drone away. They know there's still one trying to hold towards here. Now, that's still a lack of information for FUT on what's going on the A site. Is there one? Is there two? They knew that earlier on the get-go was here, but he read into it really well. They've rotated 3 players over towards B. So far, a really good read from Navi, the same as we saw back on Lotus.
They're just walking.
This is kind of nice though. Again, Navi's comp is awful at clearing question marks around the map. So droning over towards A and putting question mark there is pretty good. But they have so many people stacked here. 4 people. 4 people here, and it's looking like they still won't be able to hold it.
They find a couple of players, that's exactly what they're looking for. The ultimate layered out from cracks as well on top of things. Zipan does bring one back, finds a second. That's the kind of play you want. Flicks for number 3. One left standing in backside.
It's just Jets taking turns and doing crazy
Try and
things.
stick this one now. Knows there's one of them in heaven. Make it 2. As they double up here. He's going to see one but can do nothing.
That's
CNED
wild.
makes it 4.
They're actually taking turns.
Unbelievable play from CNED up in heaven.
Yeah, I mean it was a
I mean, it was a
2v4.
4-on-2. FUT had the
Yeah.
site, but didn't quite have the plant yet. A couple of times we've seen this, not actually getting the spike down, even when they had control. And it's because the smoke duration popping on down, CNED having an angle, takes 1, takes 2. Just chipping away at the players on FUT. And that just slashes them in half right there. After like
Damn.
completely on Kiwi
Really,
going
really
to
strong.
this next one with the knives.
Exactly what I was
The
looking
double
at there.
thumbs up.
Check for the rules online. Really, if your team's playing eco,
Oh
yes,
my
lean
God.
into
Starting to
That's
feel
where
bad
we'll
now,
see
man.
Kiwi come charging out the
He's
gateway.
the coach is really
Couple
going
not
through
too
it.
far off online, but that means really we're about to rotate into this 3 or 4 round window where you are going to see 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 ults.
He is
starting
really
to come
going
online.
through
It's
it.
gonna be trade
Okay, so they
trade
lose the
between those.
4v. I mean, I
First time
understand
really
it. They lose a
heavily playing for mid,
4v2 and it
a lot of
forces
just
them
those
down to
B
eco.
walkups.
Like it's
This time
devastating.
with the Viper Wall to try and guide them in. CNED's playing just behind it. Now inside of the Astra smoke. As there'll be a bit of a connector pinch play from FUT, getting a bit creative with that one. Coming on through. Trade and Kiwi's
Ooh.
ready.
Yeah, the timing of this was a little bit off.
Finds what he needs. Angel almost finding what he needed, but not quite
You're not
finding the
gonna.
man.
Oh my God, you are.
Gonna hard cut his way out here and get himself back in towards safety a little bit. They should be able to rotate off, but has to worry about these other 2 players off towards the left-hand side here. Means he could get pinched. Finds one, falling, taking that kill away before Kiwi could find anything and get the reset.
Now 3-on-2 and they're holding their ground. Surely someone else is going to step in here.
The gamble over towards B.
2 players on Navi have read that it's going over to B. But FUT are pulling back now. There's no
He
killjoy
pulled his
utility
turret
left on the A
and
site.
he pulled all his util
Obviously,
away,
we'll have
right?
to work through. They still have the smoke available that most
I guess
can
this
just
should be
throw
coming up
Also an
soon
orb
for us to
ready
check.
to go too. They
Yeah,
can drop
okay.
over in secret.
He didn't put his turret, so his turret must have gone down.
You don't want to force your
A
way in here,
lombot
one
for the
versus
flank.
three. We'll no doubt wait for backup to come in
Yeah,
from
this is gonna be a
CNED.
hard
That's exactly
retake.
what's going on. Has that ult on side, but already knowing the knives are out on the other. Is it worth committing for? Not with the rifle in hand, is their way of thinking so far, as 2 members of FUT are backed way out towards spawn here, playing off that longer
Yeah,
angle.
alarm bot should be
Potentially a
still in
flank coming
contact
down.
there.
He's gonna step into the alarm bot and the turret. Kiwi's not going to be able to get past
He's
that.
had to blow it
Oh,
out.
they
They know
might
exactly
just-
where he is. Out
okay.
comes the ultimate as well.
So
Playing
they're
this one from afar.
and that's kind of nice
By
because
this
honestly,
point,
with the
round's
double
done,
smoke,
dusted,
they
running
could have
that clock all the way
defused.
down with the Hunter's Fury in tow. Nothing more to be said.
They're still going to go for it. CNED finds the first kill. Very doable now with Kiwi a little bit late to the party. CNED finds
No
it. And
way.
Sugetsu finishes it off.
CNED is incredible at the moment. He's winning them every single round.
It's done. And then teams, Fnatic and Navi especially, continue to prove me wrong. Massive round coming out there, winning out in the 2 versus 3.
Show me the coach.
Kiwi pop off earlier on, but Navi
Oh man, I can't even imagine.
It's a 3-on-2, right? They knew Kiwi
Oh, they're not going to, are they?
That makes it a 2-on-2. Sova presses R, that's a 2-on-1. So CNED gets isolated fight after isolated fight. By the time Mr. Fallen eventually comes around the corner to trade on in, Sugetsu pulls off the spike and takes that one. Navi win the round, and that was one that FUT had almost stolen away from themselves. Remember,
wanted to show the crowd, the watch party, but we get straight into the game.
A little bit delayed after
That's
showing
nice.
no presence there.
Not missing any pistol rounds or anything here.
It was a 1 versus 3 for Sugetsu. CNED was still running over from the B site.
That's tough. The shock dart. Mr. Fallen's
not too
using
bad.
these shocks just to break utility. Every time they go down B long, he throws a short shock like you just
Production
saw.
bad? Nah, that was good from production.
Default plant spot.
Prioritizing the game above
That first
everything
one
else.
Not quite
That's what you want to see.
on any of the pieces of the Killjoy setup. It's actually one of the few reasons I feel like you might see a Sova on this. I think so many teams, if they're going to run, an info initiator, it's going to be the Fade, but interestingly enough, it is the Sova here. The ult not panning out the last round. The shock's not quite connecting there either, but if they can use it to chip away at utility.
Either way, this round before was a very nice low buy from FUT. Kiwi gave him a chance into it. It really is like a jet off at the moment in terms of the most amount of damage. That's nice. 40 seconds on this. What is their plan? Damn, they double ult into it, and they're going so fast.
They want to get rid of the ultimate, but they're walking into a bit of a slaughter. They played into this exactly the way that Navi wanted them to.
The double swing on this to secure it. That was nice. Navi really in control here.
CNED holding up heaven when the smoke comes down, has to disengage from the play. FUT are not out of this just yet, but only 15 seconds. They have to commit to this plant right here. CNED's not going to let him get it off. Peeking out of the smoke, but Kiwi takes down one.
Oh, this is danger.
Man, the Jets are doing so much.
Back across, it's down to a 1 versus 2. Zipan with it all to do, and Kiwi is feeling nasty in this round. Steps forward for the 1, and Kiwi finds the 3rd through the wall.
They're literally taking turns. What are both of their scores?
It's back and forth, man.
11-3, 11-4. This is so wild. Everyone else, wait, we have pretty much the exact same scores. 11-5, 4-2-1, and then 11-5, 4-2-0, I think. It's literally just Jets. The Jet diff in the rounds. That's it.
While Shao trades his own life to make that one happen. Just madness throughout it all.
Just that final kill as well, straight through the Viper wall. Just a good read on the positions, but I think I'm with you. It's so hard to call, even when it looks like, okay.
How surprised are we over the Navi comp? It makes sense because they've shown this already.
Doesn't really seem to matter to either of these two teams.
I'm not convinced this is their best comp. Not a chance. Not a chance this is the comp that both Doom Bros and Mini have been hyping up.
I mean,
they've already shown it. It doesn't make sense.
You can see like they got in range of it, they destroyed it. It was a fairly exposed ultimate. They were just gambling on you have to win your fights or the entire thing is cooked. And they got enough. I think they got 2. They went 2.
Don't like the Gecko? Nah, not really. It's not too bad on this map.
That was good enough.
It's definitely not too bad on this map. I don't think it's great
They
though.
are changing up between the rounds because that again.
How does a coach call a timeout? Legit has just like a big button that you press.
On his own. A lot of times you'll see,
you have a big button and then one of the admins pauses it if you in game.
Raze or Jet or whatnot, playing with the team so they can play off of a flash from your KO or something, jump into the fight. But the way they've been working is Kiwi sort of on an isolated mission.
Alright, in terms of the money, it's pretty low on all of these teams, so this one's really important this round. We got CNED's op-out, that is going over towards A, but late. They're waiting for the knife to hit, doesn't want to get hit by the knife, does get hit by the knife though. He timed it wrong. He timed it wrong a little bit, so his initial plan of going over towards A has been punished. Timed that wrong a little bit, or potentially was expecting a different knife. I'm not entirely sure.
I wonder if things calm down or get even crazier after a timeout. It felt like, for the most part, the timeouts on the last map didn't really change too much.
But would Navi show their god comp to Fnatic and Screams? Yeah, because Fnatic don't play Pearl. Right, in theory. Probably one of the better teams to scrim.
CNED on the up though is definitely going to be a bit of a game changer coming in. Kiwi down low as CNED just rounds the corner and domes it where he stands.
Yeah, I mean, just great timing, swinging out on the enemy flash to get to. Yeah. No need to get over aggressive here. FUT were hoping they could find some kind of a fight. Now walking through.
Oh god, you're not gonna though, right?
Tries to go for the
honestly, fair play.
Nothing comes off the back of it. Down to a 2 versus 4, and again, I just feel like we can't count FUT out, even in this numbers down situation.
Captain has the ultimate.
30 seconds left.
Oh.
Oh, no,
I was going to say, I was wondering if it was an Astra stuck into the spam from spawn. That would have been cool.
Blocking vision.
And they keep on dropping these stars down as well inside the heaven, which is making things even more difficult for Navi.
I love this repush into B-lane.
Yeah, this reposition is pretty good. Small chance into this. This guy has to get one. And then now he needs to relax, and his teammate needs to play.
These stars are just too much. This could be great use of the ult coming out here as well, and it's a great read. Zipan finds Fallen.
Okay, nicely handled there on top of this one. Expected it.
Another 4 versus 2.
Oh man.
Yeah, so money's relatively low. Just got reset. Won the round before this. So not going to be buying into this one, especially these 3.
It was that Fallen back in the corner there that had a couple of moments where he's coming around the corner, finds the first, maybe had a chance to get a second. It was tight all the way through. You can see these rounds from FUT are going down to the wire. FUT are playing very patiently throughout the map, slowly, you know, taking space, or maybe even just like creeping up.
Who's the better jet, something or DG's in? I'm not really sure. Again, I don't like... I'm someone that likes to judge someone's like ability on an agent over like a span of like a year. I've probably only watched both of them for 2 months maximum. We're not even at 2 months yet, so I don't think you can have an opinion really. I mean, you can have an opinion. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't be forming an opinion after 2 months really.
What's actually coming on, because you've had the Sova push down its way a couple of times and commit a couple of arrows in just to create a
over a long period, yeah, longer than 2 months, longer than 8 games really. Especially as some of the games like are harder and easier, and it feels like the styles are completely different. Playing on Paper X must be a lot different to probably playing in any other team. You can get away with a lot more in that team. This is a nice hit. It's a really nice hit. They invest the ult into their eco round. They put the, I mean, they invest 2 ults into this one as well.
Coming out from the attacking side.
Angel creeping up here. Has a chance to work through the smoke if he wants to, but waiting for his teammates. Now set up for the post plant. Moj has double mollies if they want to back away from this for the time being. But already Navi have control of the site. They can get on this quickly and flush out the util, or just force the players from FUT into them.
Oh, and rounds the corner for one. Fallen steps through the divide.
That was kind of nice.
Divided by Angel.
Yeah, and then they just tap and they just wait for them to push in. Really well done.
Not quite on towards the second, and Moja's got it all to do.
Navi looked great into this one. Interesting to see FUT investing 2 ults into this. Yeah, I like the reaction though from Navi. Thought the FUT Showers ult was cool. Philly Dilly, thank you so much, mate. Almost a year. We got 1 more month until the year. Thank you so much for all the support, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
Even though it was good enough to make it 3-on-3, not quite enough at the end of the day. Navi send in the Cosmic Divide, exactly the right call. And the way Angel was sort of dipping around the corners of that too, very, very clean.
Yeah, you got to guess, especially with land sound. Sometimes online you can kind of hear it muffled, but on land sound it's a different beast. It was still an okay eco, but again we've got to consider that they put some ult into it.
You said he only spent 1,300?
He did initially, yeah.
Yeah, then I assume someone dropped.
No, and then changed over to then spending far more.
Yeah, he bought double updraft and then and the armor, and then someone gave him his operator.
No, he had the op anyway, but then he spent even more, was my point. I think he's bought someone else a gun, was my point, off the back of it at the last second. Okay. Just to make sure they're fully equipped up and the loot is being scattered. The wealth is being shared.
I'll take your word for it.
Spent about 4.3, I think, in the end.
Well, for the time being, again, it is just Kiwi walking
Yeah,
up.
they do.
To do this. Now calling in the rest of the team. But some options to pivot out of this, I think. Yeah, they may end up just droning in using the knife. And then pivoting back into mid if they want.
Once again, almost gets away with the second, but now Kiwi in no man's land. He's the first one to
They play off each other very well in this site. This is probably too many on defense at the moment. I definitely think this is it's a weird. This next half is going to be really weird because this it feels like it's enough on attack, but also they should struggle a little bit to get through some choke points. But also FUT's comp is really bad on defense, so there's that as well. So it's going to kind of balance itself out well.
Doesn't really need the knives as well. The Op's been doing all the work for them, and otherwise it's teammates. Cracks the last one left standing, and well seen at that
Okay,
point.
nicely done. Starting to get control of this, looking really good.
I think for maximum mental damage there, you actually take your real knife out, right-click it, and then send 5 knives one by one into the body on the floor, but that's just me. Always playing for the mental edge.
A master in the art of BM.
Oh, man.
That's 3 rounds on the bounce, though, for Navi. FUT started out pretty strong. We found ourselves at a 3-3. That's when Navi called in their tactical timeout, but since then it has been all Navi.
You know, it's just one rifle round to put it one, though, and that makes me uncomfortable for them. Especially sort of seeing that
They get fussy because head-to-head is in Navi Fnatic. Also kind of doesn't matter. First and second seed are exactly the same, really, apart from who you play in the next round. Like after. Kind of doesn't matter.
What they wanted to start with was just to force Seeded out of that corner, which is now done.
You're both getting a bye anyway.
He's still hovering on site, holding down that long angle with no one really able to challenge on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, with Angel pushed all the way up into A, all they really have to worry about is some sort of art pinch, because that's where there isn't the Killjoy util, and then the B long push. So Navi know exactly.
Damn, they're so confident right now. Again, no Killjoy, so this kind of push towards the outskirts does work. Oh, the timing on that is crazy.
It's a good start, not forgetting, of course, full eco round coming in with those knives out being the main way in.
But they could have FUT. I would like to see FUT go back and try to get the gun. The clock is working against them, though. They're trying to hit all of the gas here.
They know. They heard the dash. They know that he's up nice and close. And it's a Killjoy coming out from the defenders. Really not wanting to risk this round, even though they've got the full buy.
Don't number 1 seed get an easier team?
On the other side.
Maybe
really
it's kind of all.
And force them back.
On paper, I agree, but like in reality, I don't know. We have no idea who's going to end up where yet.
I mean, they managed to get away with it. Even after the Killjoy coming down, they forced their way in.
They're going to be so patient. The op in the backside is kind of toast, but they've got a flank coming around the long way from Xiao. CNED just has to gamble with the no-scope here.
Oh my goodness. Wanted to go for a jump peek. That's why he's getting his knife out there.
There's no way Moja's ready for this.
Oh,
and that's going to be 2 easy kills.
Katzen stole the up, though, here. If he turns around, the dive, he could find himself that longer kill up towards B long. For now, isn't really bothering him. For Navi, it's looking a little bit ropey here into this 3 versus 3. Katzen missing it out. 2 quick kills coming in.
Okay, that was nice, fast cleanup.
Navi recover and clean up.
Yeah, they're every eco they're getting over towards the site, getting the plant down, but then it goes down to 3-on-3s and Navi just clean up. They're definitely making the eco rounds winnable.
They activate a flank for the first time this entire game. Actually activate
9k, 9k, 9k. Yep, that's a lot of money. Timeout goes in. Oh boy.
Understandable timeout.
I can't imagine he's been having fun since we saw him last time. This replay, dude. That's incredible.
Has picked it up. Really feels like it's been the story of the 2 Jets. Both of them at least 6 kills clear of the second player on their team so far, really getting the business done, but CNED just that little bit better it seems today.
The thing is, I feel like CNED's been doing such a good job of dodging past any utility FUT are using to clear him. And I mean, not really their credit, but a lot of times they just haven't been using the utility properly.
Expected a more competitive game with these maps.
But there have been numerous times Cracked has thrown a flash
maybe over towards Lotus, yeah, but I kind of talked about that earlier in terms of thinking that a lot of their past results weren't convincing in terms of who they were beating. And then this map here, I don't know, you can't be good on this. I swear, you can't be good on this map if you don't use a Killjoy. I swear, I'm so adamant about it. You can't consistently be good if you don't have a Killjoy. How are you ever meant to play defense well? You're gambling, like you're actually gambling. You might as well play a Reyna because you're gambling that all your players, like with a Reyna, you're gambling that your players are going to play good. With no Killjoy, you're gambling on a site of the map, on a part of the map. Either way, it's a gamble.
Still maybe going to try and commit as all 4 players are rotating over. What we've normally seen out of FUT has been that split, sending 2 up through mid, 2 down through A main. For now, they're most committed in the same direction.
Oh man, they're not even considering it. Reset wasn't there. Nice trade.
You're going to take that, I suppose, but there's still 2 players here on the site, as all the smokes are going to be thrown down in here.
suck at the back side as well. No one, of course, currently sat on that spot. It's playing this one-for-one game, this game of attrition. It works in favor of Navi.
Down A.
They've balled things down to a 3 versus 1. And Mo just got it all to do. Arguably a little bit too much to do.
The longer he waits, the more time the rotates come in. CNED arriving with the operator. Might just get the kill with the molly backside. Respect.
Oh, he finds him
Honestly,
as well.
Hold on, he needs to play off the
still a lot of time.
Take a chance, take a gamble.
1v1.
First line.
Oh, lucky.
Falls
Nice
apart
shot from
at the end.
CNED
The
once
CNED
again.
operator will not allow
Once
anyone
again,
to
winning them
pass.
another round.
I thought for a second we were having
Security
those
player.
first 4 rounds. Just when it looks like all is lost, the clutch
How big is the
potential
gap
was
between
unreal.
top 2 and
I
rest of
just-
EMEA?
CNED's had enough.
It's
I'm watching
it's
round after
there.
round from FUT. They just
It's
seem a
getting
little bit lost
smaller.
there, sending
Like
the
it is
operator in.
getting smaller, but
I'm wondering
it's
what
definitely there.
Captain Mo's been doing, because I think they've just been sort of hanging out around mid. They have to be concerned about like flanks, right? Because they're not playing a sentinel, you know, your killjoy or whatnot. So like those mid pushes when there's not a killjoy turret there just to instantly guard it is always going to be a potential threat. But it just means that even after they lose the operator but then trade out, they can't instantly pivot off. Just look at the swarming of utility. They're not allowing them to scale off the smoke. So maybe Kiwi having to use another smoke if they want to get this cross, or even committing the entirety of a drone.
That's been a big part of the gameplay.
They got some ults into this. Astra ult, K ult if they want to use it. K ult goes in. That's a nice kill. That's so nice though. The constant run and gun, he got a little bit unlucky the bullets didn't hit him. They managed to get the plant and they have Astra ult if they want. Surely.
Angel missed a window to try and spam the planter there and get him off that one. Shock dart barely dodged.
It's on site, never feels comfy to use it. Oh god, he's going for it.
Nose captain is there.
Everything being burnt out here to make it work. Wasn't aware as to getting up so close, trying to see what he could find the wall bang. But it's Mojok towards the side. Finds one, but instantly traded out by Angel.
Oh my, what a shot.
Holy
hell, what a shot. He's really having a game. That was fast. What an insane half from them. And again, I'm worried for FUT because they have no killjoy. But I'm also worried for Navi because this comp should struggle to take map control in terms of here, deep here, and over towards B main. So there's that. It's very good for taking A main just because of the stuff you can spam.
Out the ways to scale in, spotting out at a captain center site, finding the ways to punish. It's a thing of beauty.
Dominant game from Navi in start of the series. I was mildly optimistic that we might see a really competitive series.
Poor dude,
I mean,
man.
13-9 isn't exactly non-competitive, but it was a bit of a steep hill to climb once they already found themselves down so much. These two maps are pretty good for them, but Navi just showing that when it comes down to the executes themselves, they're just that little bit better.
And now we're at a situation.
Yeah, he doesn't have the strength to get mad anymore. There's just been too many rounds.
Fnatic, no real surprises there, but Giants before then, I think people were expecting a bigger fight in a similar way to today. People hadn't fully gotten off the FUT train, but a loss in a magnitude like this, if the trend continues, would definitely cast a shadow over them heading up into the playoffs. I mean, in a couple weeks' time.
The one thing I will say is that coming into even the
Damn,
start
you
of the
take out
season,
that hero
everyone's looking
1v4
at
pistol
Navi
rounds,
saying,
and
look,
this
they're
is
in top, you can
11-1.
see the top two no matter what. We have seen that now, so expectations have been met. I think for FUT, maybe many would have looked at them and said, do you think they're a third place team? And he would have said, no, you'd have given that to Giants, maybe to Liquid.
OG Flash Gord, thank you so much, dude. Thank you for the 2 months.
Beat up by, but as you say, it could all come slipping down in the last couple of weeks.
Thank you, thank you. How stressful is coaching? Oh, it's very stressful, man. It's incredibly stressful.
I think this is where things can tend to simplify, right? Especially on Pearl. We saw how Navi, a lot of it was just
it's a little bit less stressful than being a player, especially when the games are on itself. Maybe outside of the games, it's like a little bit more stressful to be a player.
Of course.
That's not good. Why is everyone outside of the game?
We'll see what Kiwi can do on the opposite side.
But in terms of like watching it and not being in control, it's a nightmare.
With the rest of the team, he was sent off on his own. He was finding kills.
Like, it's really stressful.
But with the rest of it, it was coming down big time. Are we all seeing that? I'm tripping.
Expect a chamber rework? Nah, I don't think so. Again, I still think chamber's pretty viable on some maps. People are just steering relatively far away from it. If you're gonna see anything, maybe just the trip can be anywhere, something like that. Why are they in the lobby? Yeah, it's not a good sign. It's going to be a little bit of a tech boss coming
So
up.
bear with us before we get back into things. In case you are just tuning in a little bit late, it is 9-3 to Navi, the same as it was back on Lotus. We saw a little bit of a bounce back. FUT did recover somewhat going into the second half of our first map.
Is there a conspiracy in the EMEA to let Navi get away with these comps? Nah, honestly, it's more just they have a good amount of thought into a lot of their comps. So although on paper they don't look like normal comps, again, a lot of them, if you haven't played against this kind of stuff, the style can be hard to play against, and it's like they have thought, so their stuff is good, so it will work.
Soon TM, the classic esports, soon TM.
It's a lot of that. Like Angel's pretty good at just having weird comps and having loads of ideas to try and make them work.
Soonage. Yeah. Well, how can you make that? Because you're like a big
The coaches try and micromanage way too much. Not really. You kind of can't really micromanage outside of the game. Doesn't really work like that. There's definitely certain things you can do, but it's too hard to micromanage a lot of stuff when you don't have a voice like inside the game itself.
I think that's how that works.
Yeah.
I'm not a graphic designer. It's not my passion.
No, it is your passion. That's the whole point.
No, it's other people's passion. Oh, I see where you're headed.
Yeah, you with me on this one now.
Yeah.
Graphic design is your passion.
I can tell you right now, because I can actually see the lobby the players are hanging out in. CNED wins the player card game.
Are we coaching any team in the future? Yeah, I imagine at one point.
Yeah.
It won't happen this year, though.
Which is just fire. Although I do have to respect Fallen's got the frog.
I think Angel is underrated. Oh, for sure. Pretty much every IGL is underrated.
I like captains.
Like captains? The moon. Ah, the moon. Oh, the barge heading towards. I know no one else can see this, so it doesn't really help you guys. But you know, sometimes it can be fun to play with. You know what I like? The pen tricks. Okay, hold on, everyone. If you could just get on Twitter real quick @Smix and clip this, because she does a lot of actual pen tricks whenever she hosts a desk. I don't know, I feel like they would absolutely slap whatever I just witnessed on my screen. That was very weak.
That's like a whole like high school one. Like, look at what Bendy pen, you do that, you're like, oh, wow, Benz, whoa.
That's crazy, man. No,
okay, maybe not every IGL.
I don't know, helicopter.
I do think FNS is still a little bit underrated though as well. If you look at how FNS kind of utilized a lot of Ye and stuff as well, like obviously a lot of it is Ye just being an absolute superstar, but they used him way better than what we've seen.
Maybe an arm.
An arm who just goes flailing off with it.
Wouldn't be a good time.
Yeah, maybe you should stay away from the nunchucks then. That's a bad time.
We will swerve that one.
Where's our nunchucks agent?
A nunchucks agent?
Yeah, because because you have like.
This isn't going to be a quick one. Oh boy, that's not good. But it's half time. Surely just accept it. Surely we just accept it and we just start half. Sure, some stats are going to be messed up, but it's okay.
For sure. You
Just
should
a
be
little
able to
pissed around.
And then they should do something. Like maybe they wrap around.
Nunchucks aren't really made to be thrown.
Yeah, but our
knives throwing knives.
Oh yeah, and thrown against a wall to turn off abilities. I don't think logic has a place here in Valorant. Okay, this is a child's game.
You're talking about a robot throwing knives. At least nunchucks are grounded someone in reality here. Let's work with it.
Well, here's the thing.
Miniboss or FNS chat, either of them.
So
like either of them are good.
We get GPT 6-7.
What you don't know is KO's running on GPT 6.
Oh God. Make it stop. Just don't hook it up to a robot or it's over for us. I think
you ever see the Boston Dynamics robots and just think we've gone too far?
Yeah.
The tech boys yesterday was something about a screen. We don't know what
the. It's gonna get up and it's gonna kick you out for that.
God, that's awful.
Because they've got like recovery to get back up. It picks up a box, one pushes it over, it gets back up. I'm like, one day it's gonna turn around, it's gonna have enough of this, it's gonna lay into you, and you're gonna regret it.
No, one day I could push you over and you're not gonna.
No, I'll be like a little terrier. I'll start snapping at your kneecaps.
See, I was making a little, age joke there, but
I wouldn't get back up.
Yeah, exactly.
The back's not made for it. The knees aren't made for it. It's not a good time.
Oh, look at that! The Navi watch party. You love to see it. Someone just stormed out of there.
In theory, it shouldn't be too hard. I agree, but here we are.
No one leave. You're all stuck.
Here we are.
The doors have been locked to the arena.
Okay, I see some thumbs up.
Wooden planks across the doors.
What does that mean?
We turn the aircon off to really test your metal.
No, we literally have to do that because when Pansy and Hypot cast, they run into the tech pauses and they have just threatened to storm away in the past. So like we actually just have to bolt the doors or they will be gone.
The sun changes, yeah. I saw. Why not at this point?
Maybe when we're casting.
Again, just full focused on last chance qualifier for them. So I think trying something makes sense.
I mean, hey, if I could just roll out of here, surely I'd still get a paycheck, right? So maybe hold on, you might be onto something. If we could just walk out, you could vouch for me. You could say I'm just like casting from under the chair, right? I don't think anyone's actually listening close enough to know that
you're
I
not
can
exactly
stop.
dressed stealthy today is the problem. You're like a lighthouse in that jacket.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Okay, I'll lose the jacket, sure.
In theory, no AI, but honestly, if they take too long, then yeah.
Nice. There we go.
This works better.
It's just a purple jacket.
But we have to work about trousers and the shoes maybe again a bit too bright.
Do you ever have you ever cosplayed before?
No.
Was New Zero dropped or forced out of his way? I mean, we can only gauge what they said in their statement, right? And he left is the statement. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and believe that the statements are pretty true. I like the Heretics one. I did like the Heretics one. The Heretics one was bold. They basically just went. We can't play them anymore. The personality's not good enough for us. We can't handle it. I thought that one was pretty funny. So it seems like teams are being relatively honest with that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think we can accept it, or at least we have to accept it. Canup, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you. 9 months in the Slug Club, appreciate it. He's put a Boomer Slug, so maybe we get some Boomer Slugs in. Thank you for the support, mate.
You tried to make me do an Omen one, but it just doesn't make sense. They have
Apparently the whole server crashed, but this is fine though, right? 3-9 server crash, that's okay. Just restart with a pistol.
The life you take. No.
Oh, they said some bad stuff about Zeke as well. I mean, it's not looking good for the dude. I'll put that up there. It's not looking great.
But I mean, in terms of agents.
It can be very, and again, don't mix up my words here. It can be very easy to win an event and get an ego. It can be very easy to do that. And then be a nightmare to play with.
I can do the lightning fingers, you know?
Yeah.
We really need the camera. Oh, he's cup stacking! Wait, this is huge!
We missed this.
Oh.
This is incredible.
That's unlucky.
They're still going.
Have you ever seen the speed cup stackers?
Yes, it's crazy.
Because that is sick. And I I'm nerd moment, but I used to go to Rubik's Cube competitions, and they were just the same.
Wow, that really is a nerd moment.
Yeah.
No!
Wait, he needs one more cup to finish the tower.
Who else?
C-net.
Give him one more.
Might be good on Jet, but an even better stacker of cups, huh?
Huge. I'm impressed. And if anything, I think that after...
Oh yeah, here we go.
He's got one more.
Now this is it. Surely got to go for one in the middle.
Go in the middle, surely.
Damn.
Okay.
This other one's done though. Look at it.
Easy does it now. Light touch.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
Nobody.
respect.
We've got 3 more across
I
the
thought that
player
one
list.
was done.
And then I think there's a whole stack on the other side.
There's more cups.
They're actually going to take
cups.
them. They're going to take them away from FUT. I think
Oh.
they're taking them all. No, okay, they changed their mind. Ooh.
I still see some more cups down at
This
the
is
bottom of the
the new meta for the timeouts.
Take
I like
their
this.
cups.
Well, he's
Take
taking
their
them down.
cups. Take their cups.
Do you think we could have them play Jenga? Try to take one out from the middle.
Oh.
And that's how you lose an entire PC.
It was toppling again.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it.
Hold.
No, the middle. No, it needs to restack.
Mate, come
the
on,
second
look at
one
it.
Down. It's
I
not.
feel like he needs support.
Yeah, what?
Angel needs to get involved.
This is not great team play. Look,
The integrity is falling
it's
apart.
Coming. They gave him the cup. They gave him the cup, and it's going. Give him the cup. It's the cup of destiny. It will complete the tower.
Praise be the cup.
I hope to God it's an empty cup.
Otherwise, we might have another tech pause on our hands.
There'll be a keyboard gone. Take the cup. Take the cup.
Do you want to give us some trumpet music? You know, make it regal. Yeah, keep going.
A regal trumpet music. We're not trained on this from birth in the UK, I'm afraid.
Where are we? Kojak, thank you so much. I just said the cups are bad, yeah. Look what they can do. Thank you so much, Kojak. 13 months in the Slug Club. Loads of gifted as well from you. I appreciate all your support. They're hyping that up. They're trying to entertain the crowd with it.
On the ground.
That's the wrong place to be.
I think he needs to build out, okay?
He's giving up. He's sweating too much pressure. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's a lot of eyes on it.
Flat on the base. If he makes it a triangle base, he can work up pyramid style, and there's so much more support.
No, well, the problem is you need so many more cups for that.
But they have the cups, that's the thing.
You need like
FUT just extended an olive branch. They don't want to fight in the server.
You need like a solid 4x4 base, so if you're going to build it to any decent height is the problem. He hasn't got that many. You need, what, you need 16 for the base layer. He hasn't already got 16
Calling
there.
himself off, damn.
Right,
I think
he's
there are
trying
at
again,
least 16 cups that we have.
I think there's a degree of measurement going on here.
I think we could definitely do it. Well, I have just been informed that the analyst desk is standing by and ready.
They've got so much to break down about this.
The stack. So, what do you
Yinsu,
got?
talk to us about the stack.
Well, if you
Why
want
is
to
there a
talk
tech?
about
I'm not
stacks,
sure,
I
man.
think Lothar might be
Something
right
about the
man,
server
you know?
crashing
DRX stacks.
is the rumor going around.
Yeah.
Fantastic
What do you think
job.
about stacks?
Fantastic IGL.
Yeah, good player.
Yeah, very good.
Pioneered a lot of the early games here in Valorant, you know.
Yeah, definitely. There are some plays that are being now repeated by other teams now, like the DRX retake on Heaven A. That's something that I really like.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
read a really
whoa! We giving them
interesting,
that
thread
retake.
of discussion where people said
We're
that if
giving them that
Fnatic,
retake.
were in
Come
the
off
same
it. That's
league
been
as
around for a
DRX,
lot
they
longer than
wouldn't,
that. I give Vision
They
Strikers
wouldn't be
everything.
my
I give them
grandma
everything. They invented
Well,
so
how do you
much.
think
You can't
DRX
give them
would
that
do if they
Haven
were in our
retake.
league? What do you think?
I think they would do pretty good. Definitely would make it into the top 4. But
I'm more than happy to give them
I
everything.
think top 2 too.
That's a
Yeah,
stretch
yeah,
too
I reckon
far.
top
He's
3
just
maybe.
talking about the normal
yeah,
one,
top
right?
three
With the
minimum, top three
damage that
minimum,
goes
yeah.
under
There's
and,
no
and
way
hits
that
all
Navi
4
could
boxes.
Troll an experiment against DRX.
Not a chance.
Then they would have to play the
you
entire
call it
season.
troll and experiment.
Mate, not a
Hey,
chance of they having that.
Protocol.
You don't remember
Not a
what
chance.
happened
I give them
FPX by
everything.
DRX?
I'm not letting them
remember
have
that?
that
I don't
one.
remember what happened.
Oh, that was an iconic game. We should definitely dig up
Wait,
the
wait.
archives.
That was the one when Ardis had the 3K on
Let's-
Jenny.
Yeah, let's dig up the archives of that game. So I
The
feel
Ascent
like
one?
there,
the Ascent.
there is
Yeah.
there
Whose
is
retake is it?
definitely,
I'm not sure about the
already
full retake, but
stats
we
and
spent
proof,
about
I feel
4
like, of what
hours
would
trying to
happen
get
if they
that
played against
damage,
each other.
trying to get the
Let's bring
lineup
it
for
back
that
to this
damage.
game. I want to quickly talk
And
about
the stun
this
for
Sova
Heaven,
pick.
yeah,
It
they
is
they do
first
the
and
stun
only
and then
ever
they
time
do
we've
the
seen
breach
Sova
damage
on
under.
par here in
Mate,
EMEA.
it's been
What
in
did
for
you
a
guys
long,
make of
long
it?
time.
Not only in
Like 2
EMEA,
years.
in Pacific it also wasn't chosen yet, and in the
But don't get me wrong,
American
Vision
region,
Strikers
it
probably
was only picked
responsible for
once, and it's like
80% of what we
3%
see in the game.
rate,
So
for
there's that.
general Pell. And I
But
feel
yeah, we
like
can't give them that one.
It's a.
What are these two doing
That's
now?
what they think about the Sova, yeah.
Are they doing like a
Taylor
flashlight
Swift?
thing?
Concert?
Don't
Why,
start, don't
Ender?
start.
Why are you not taking us?
Actually, sorry, Lothar, I'm going to bring it back to you in a second, but I do want to tell a really sad story about Ender and Taylor Swift. So Ender had tickets to see Taylor Swift back in 2020. And as you guys know, something else
COVID.
happened in 2020 that stopped him from being able to go to that Taylor Swift concert. And he would have been seeing Taylor Swift only a couple of days after his 22nd birthday.
Oh my god.
So
that
if
would be
you are a
so
Taylor Swift
iconic.
fan, that is upsetting.
I
Lothar has no
Lothar
idea what we're talking
never
about.
gets our
Yeah, I was going to say that's the
Can
same
you
as you.
imagine, Bear, you turn 22,
That is the
you're about
same
to
as
go
you,
to Taylor
Tanner.
Swift, and you miss it.
I would cry. I would definitely
I would
cry.
actually never be able to get out of bed ever again. But more
You have 2
importantly,
daughters. You need to keep up to speed, okay?
Yeah,
At some point, they're going to start asking questions. And let me tell you, the first question is going to be, Daddy, who's Taylor Swift?
yeah.
I mean, I know who Taylor Swift is, but I have absolutely no idea why is it significant.
Favorite Taylor Swift album?
I'm 1989.
Okay, I have a controversial
Red.
one.
Actually, Red.
Yeah, see, yours all makes sense. Mine is Speak Now. I know.
Well, you're lucky
it's
then.
really controversial. Lothar, favorite
How is
Taylor
this?
Swift album?
I can talk about
How
like
is
the
this
fa-
just
my
turned
favorite
into
Progressive Metal or grindcore band?
It feels like I'm hanging around with my girlfriend. How is it this?
Wait, he's a
How is
head
this
coach
just
of-
Yeah,
a Taylor
Caracas,
Swift thing now?
Caracas, Caracas.
Almost.
Player now head coach.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, but I wanted to ask. because
This
I
is
don't
meant to
know.
be my this is meant to be my escape from Taylor Swift, and somehow it's followed me here.
My question was, why is it significant that the 21st
What's
birthday
going
is
on?
coming in?
Because she has a song and an album that's 22.
It's about turning 22.
You can't. She's too popular.
To be
You can't
fair,
escape.
To be fair, Kukuka, it was about
You
120
can never
years ago when
escape.
Lothar turned 22,
There is
so he
no
probably doesn't-
escape.
It's not a significant year for him, is
How
it?
many things have changed since you've turned
When I was 22 or 21 or 22,
22?
22.
22. That was 16 years ago. So
Alpha year was
So
1.
some of them haven't even been born yet.
I don't think Laura's was born yet.
yeah, that's very possible.
Yeah.
In the 22, I was in third year
Agent
of
select, that's a good sign.
college. So I was doing
That's a
my
great sign.
bachelor degree,
In
Oh,
what?
nice.
and that was an audiovisual form of advertising.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
you've
so
done-
you did the infomercial that we saw.
Yes,
That was you. That was all you, the assistant coach, of course. Anyway, shall we talk about Sova? Yeah, why not? First Sova.
Yeah, I mean, the Sova, I was expecting
been a
it
good-
to
it's
be
been a
more
good day for as well, weird
influential on
creations. I
attack
could have
than on
used it earlier.
defense. And we have seen a little
Would
bit
have been
of
useful.
like retaking of space on mid with the drone, but it's so inefficient because of the Sova drone is so nerfed when it comes to the duration of it. Like we have seen that from the top side of mid, from the window, it reached like to mid the pedestal that is made out of metal, and then it disappears. So essentially what you get is like a small sighting of inside of
I mean,
art, and that's
a
about
lot
it.
of this
So that
is a lot of
space
it
was
is
very
mechanics
insignificant.
though.
Yeah, and not
So,
only that, we were mentioning the shock darts that
I
are
think
about
it-
breaking the utility from the kill
I know
trigger
you're
is
saying
gonna
it's not
prevent you
everything,
from
but
the plant.
it's a
Actually,
very
I think
big.
it was very smart
Mechanics
into
can be
moving that
kind of
utility,
hard
so it wasn't spotted
to
that easily,
teach
and
to
the
a
shock
certain
darts
level.
were
If
thrown
it's not there,
into
sometimes
nothing
it's
at
just
some
not
point.
there.
Same goes for the alarm bot. So,
So
inefficient so
that's one of the
far, even with the
harder things to
ultimates,
teach,
I
to be
think
honest
that
with you.
Navi had a very good idea of how to counter Sova.
it's not that
It is
hard.
a funky
Oh,
pick,
as in
right?
dashboard?
It's not
I thought you were
something
talking about good
that you see every
mechanics.
day, especially on Pearl. A risk not worth taking, do you think?
Zululu,
I
thank you
struggle
so
to
much.
see how does that help against Navi's game plan. Like I was expecting something more, and right now it's like it's not visible. And I know it's FUT versus Navi. We were not expecting FUT to fully take it. Like it wasn't. It's like a dark horse moment for the team, but it doesn't reflect like any kind of influence on the results. So they're losing 9-3 on the attack side, where I was expecting
The
them to
mechanics are great in
perform
DM, but
better.
trash everywhere else.
So now when they go
Sounds
to
like a
the
mental thing.
defense side, they're gonna struggle a lot because of the lack of the sentinel. They're gonna have to be proactive with the space taking, because otherwise Sova is gonna be useless, right? It's like you need to use the recon arrow at the beginning. In the first cycle, I expect them to like take aggressive space on B long or on A main with a recon arrow to get deep control. But all of that, it can be easily read by Navi.
Yeah, exactly. Because Soba, even though it's not a pick that you see a lot on Pearl, we know for a fact that Navi knows how
Do I
to
think
play
Fnatic
against
will be
me,
good at
knows
Pearl?
how the
I imagine
agent
they'll
is
be
going to
alright.
work around
I have
the
no
map, and
idea.
they're going to be prepared and ready. Also, another one of
I'm
the
not. I don't think
determining
it's going to
factors
be.
that
I don't think it's
I'm
going to
seeing a Cena that's
change.
not scared of anything,
change
you know,
Valorant or
playing with the
anything.
Klaus just
I
because
think
he's chilling. It's just another
it'll
day
be
in the
fine.
office
It will
for
just
him,
be a
just
comp
showing
that
up,
abuses over
so
towards
nothing you
B.
can do about that.
You can also see the difference in his confidence when he plays on Jet and on Yoru. On Yoru, that TP is way slower when he wants to like be defensive and TP out, right, from the danger. With the Jet, he is just aggressively
Ray, what's
taking
up?
the stance, taking the gunfight, and be like instantly out. And he takes his gunfight very effectively.
Well, we are currently investigating some network issues, which is the reason for this tech pause. We're going to head to a break and see if we can fix that.
More
and we'll see you
relatable
guys on the
stuff
back
is start watching anime. Mate, I have no time. When am I? When am I meant to watch? When am I meant to watch this stuff? I don't have time to play, let alone watch anime.
I'm Emil Sandgren, aka Emil.
And I'm Janet Sandgren, mother of Emil and Erik.
Yeah, I'm Erik Sandgren, aka Doombros. I think we started playing Warcraft 3 back when we were 12, and I think your significant other at that time created an account for us and called us the Doom Brothers, right? Because we only had one PC.
We couldn't afford 2 PCs, I think.
No, no, you never had the latest things or expensive things. You shared everything.
Who's the most competitive? I think you are.
Yeah, it's probably me.
Yeah.
I'm a more angry one of the two of us. He's more cool, calm, and collected. I'm more, I can scream more, or I don't know.
I'm more just do your best, and whatever is the result is the result, I'm just happy I'm doing my best, and I don't really care about anything.
But you care about winning?
Of course.
Yeah.
But still.
Against me, especially.
Yeah, maybe it's because against you.
Yeah.
But I think he's a more competitive guy for sure.
Skill-wise, I'm way better.
No.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Okay, but I'm smarter.
No.
I have a question.
Yeah?
So, do you feel you understand this game a bit more? Or are you mostly looking at the numbers, to see who wins?
No, for every time I've been watching at home. Like in the beginning, look at the points and how many is left.
Yeah.
That was all in the beginning.
Okay.
But now it's really exciting. I feel difficult because when I look, I don't know where my energy is going. When you see a match, you know what to what
cheer
you
for,
want.
right?
Yeah. But this time it's like, in the beginning, I didn't understand how good they were. I was on to them when they were working like a normal job, and they were doing e-sport in the evening, coming to work with crossed eyes, so tired. And I was on, come on, you need a real job. Listen, what are you doing, playing? You have to choose, because I didn't know that they were so good. I feel bad about that. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's understand. I would do the same.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the game?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
He's not.
You should be.
He won. He should be happy, but
I'm happy in the moment, I would say. Obviously, I don't think we played as good as we should, so there's some stuff to fix. Like, as a coach, I will never truly be happy and satisfied. I'll be happy when we win champions. Until then, I'm gonna be like,
how hard is it to be happy? Maybe if you were more happy, you would perform better. Who knows,
I'm really proud because this is making totally of your own by yourself. So I'm really proud.
You have like a default Vandal skin, and then you see I don't know, a Vandal Prime skin or Primordial.
Dude, I thought they were loading into game. They're doing that thing where they play each round by round, aren't they, for the stats?
Can we do it like? Can we do it like?
This is devastating. Man, surely we have to get a match medic in this game. It's probably more important than the replay at this point.
But I'm not using it. And the panda is sitting on the platform. Oh, I don't know. I know that platform is the Nats nickname, something like this.
How do they fix the econ and scores? You go round by round, and someone reels off what happened. Kill-wise. It doesn't matter about econ because it's 9-3, but they'll go round by round and go kill, 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 kill.
Maybe a stone.
It's not great. I don't know how strict they'll be, but maybe for the actual stats they'll go around and do it perfect.
Like the rock, or it can be like a wolf spray, because it's gonna be like me also.
Such a horrific way to do it, man. At this point, just like, who cares about the stats?
She's looking at a skin, but like the idea was to like she's playing, you know. If I had a chance to create a spray, it will be like operator and like maybe no scope sign top of it. I mean, again, related to
There's a round rollback, but if the server crashes, it's all out the window.
Something like that. Something about strong mental.
Is something similar that's being done in another game. It's like a memorable moment of what happened in the tournament. So I would do on Fracture, where you have the ropes from one side of T-spawn to another. 5 guys going on the rope, and then
it's 9-3, so they could just play the pistol, but yeah, not gonna happen like that.
I think they were already NRG when Crashes killed 5 guys. So yeah.
I'm playing with a skin that I don't like, you know, and I want to pick a skin like in the, you know, in the floor, and I die because of this, you know. It happens to me. It happens to the best. I don't know.
The ace logo, maybe, if there is no ace logo in the game, like which is showing you when you are doing the ace, maybe it's a good idea to do the ace graffiti with a sound or something like this. You know, the sad music, wah, 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 or something like this, maybe on the graffiti. It will be insane as well. Quack, quack, wow.
But she wants to because the skin is nice, and like it happens to me. I just need to explain it well.
Maybe Fnatic. Oh, this is kind of fast. They were going back into this. Is it desk or?
Welcome back to Messabilin here for VCT. Apologies about the delays there. We had some general network connectivity issues here in the venue, which have since been resolved, so we can get back into the game very shortly. Ender.
Lovely. I mean, most importantly, we were able to confirm that CNED built up 5 stories of his tower.
He did.
Which was not enough. We actually had sent him the ultimatum. 6 stories, and we were going to start the game immediately, but we decided we needed to delay it until he could work on those fine motor skills and fully prepare himself mentally for the second half.
What you guys didn't see was one of the team managers came over with a box and took away all the cups.
No.
And he looked really sad, like a kid was having the kids take
Yeah, that's
taking their toys taken away at Christmas. Taking their kids away at Christmas. Whoa.
Jesus.
This is a very dark novel all of a sudden. Yeah, they were all taken away. I mean, there are now a fresh spattering across all the desks, but
no, it was definitely like if you've seen Always Sunny, Danny DeVito steals the Lambo and the bag. It's just brutal stuff. How could he? America's sweetheart. Anyway,
you know what? I never
there is a match medic, yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
But again, if the server crashes, then it's all
But I did go back
lost.
and watch a couple of episodes, so I was told there was some I had to go
So
and
the
watch.
server needs to not crash.
And what's the takeaway?
So this was like the worst outcome. Like a match medic, literally just like a rollback. Right, you want to roll back to I don't know 7-3 or whatever. You can select it in a drop down. But again, if the server crashes, you can't really do that.
So I had to move us straight along. We get to talk about Valorant. I'm so hyped. I want to just grab a stool and throw it.
Okay, Navi on attack.
somewhere.
FUT on
Well,
defense.
not a person or an expensive object, thank you.
Just throwing it in.
Yeah, we had back-to-back long pauses in the
in case
EMEA.
you
It's not
forgot,
wrong.
Navi smoked back on Lotus. It was 9-3 at the half. They ended up winning.
Okay, FUT need a pistol. How on earth? How on earth do they approach this? Because, like we said, they can only really punish one of these areas with 2 people because one choke point is going to be left open.
This half, 9-3 in the first half for Lotus. Did see a little bit of a fight back from FUT, but it did feel like Navi were already too far ahead by the time FUT started to wait back up, and all it took was a 5 ultimate round coming out. They only had to use 2 of them, but did have 5 in back pocket for them to get the map over the finish line.
I'm watching to see here with 3 players in main. If they can pull cracks off
It's looking pretty good. Mr. Fallon's done great though.
This hit has been stalled completely.
Dubrow's going for a plant. Oh, Spike bounced off the top of the roof to the back as well. That's a bit of a nightmare.
FUT for now, at very least, hold on, and Navi are down a man.
I mean, there's a lurking connector right now. Check out Sugetsu coming in for the backstab straight onto Moj. I mean, the timing there, they gambled 2 players on the lurk, but it means
Mr. Fallon's super low as well.
Because the initial hit didn't work out. This round looking really tough to salvage.
Very limited
It bounced, right? So sometimes if they die there, it will like bounce off the top, the spike. Especially when Wingman dies. Same interaction with like a Sage Wall, certain bits of map on Icebox, etc.
He snatched it away, but what else can they do with it? They've got 30 seconds to play with. They're going to try and make a plan happen.
Happens every time, yeah. It's the little bro special. Okay, damn, he's done it again. He's done it again. He's got another 4K pistol.
This guy on those pistols is the ghost again. Another 4K. I mean, honestly, that's where FUT have won the majority of the rounds. The pistols and then the conversion on the
Double
second,
pistols
so
and it's 9. Double pistols and it's 9-4. That's that is devastating. But sure, maybe there's a chance for them to come back into this.
You can see actually just they're going all in on this round too with the Spectres. But
Nice shot.
I don't know. I'm sort of looking at that attack from Navi.
Oh,
and
he
I
hit
feel
some
like
nice shots into this round.
just because they only had the 3, and because there is the Astra on the opposite side, the stall of having the pull after the CNED diving into site gets
Again,
killed. Means
Jet Watch, we got 19 to 5, and we got 17 to 10. Knife goes in early for each, and they get a lot of info. In terms of what we're doing, they got the spike down, so they can all buy sheriffs. We got 1 armor. 1 armor out here for CNED. It's an early drone.
2 very different approaches being taken by the 2 teams so far. I think Fallen's going to miss.
Oh.
Jets missed out on CNED here, who could get into a very dangerous position.
Yeah, CNED a little bit slow to capitalize, pushing off that, but the spam kills through the wall. What is this from Navi? The dart tag doesn't result in a kill either, so all
oh god, the reaction goes in towards middle. They push. Mr. Fallon gets a kill as well. That's important. Extra 1 there. Spikes over towards spawn, so it's like a weird.
Oh god.
Not like this. Okay. Holy hell, what the hell was this round? Absolutely wild.
I'm getting a little spooked here throughout
Absolutely wild. Had a chance into that one.
Off with 2 sheriff shots.
I thought you were going to say Scoob at the end, and you didn't.
Scoob, yeah.
You let me down so much.
Hey, I'll work it in a little bit later. You can count on that. But Kiwi, actually, with all the kills he got in the first round.
Okay, what have we...
Operator here. Ouch.
They're doing this thing again, where they buy the op into the bonus. Honestly, they kind of need a lot of rounds, considering they're on the defense side. I think this isn't too bad.
2 kills between the 2 of them earlier on. I think he was down on 12.
It is just what they do. Everyone seems to have their own different ways of approaching bonuses, anti-ecos, etc. This is definitely the way that FUT do it.
I don't know. There's always a debate. Would CNED clear?
He cleared him.
Boss, 10s.
Well, past tense cleared him.
Nice shot. Now they know they have an off. What's the instant reaction? Nothing too much because they drone spotted them through the hole.
If you say someone's clear, you mean they're completely clear of everyone. But I was saying he cleared Kiwi.
Okay,
He was clear of Kiwi. You follow?
I'm following.
It's Boomerlingo. You'll get with it at some point.
Okay. I'm not going to waste my time.
I can't keep up with you guys. You've got to do your best.
All right, so Navi down a player. Luckily, it's their redundancy in the composition. Still have some flashes with them.
Official is online.
Only catching 1 and it being Killjoy of all
And again,
players.
this is a massive round in terms of the econ.
Leaning over with 2 in secret.
Sorry.
In a setup like this, you don't even have to like fully overcommit to fights. They can look to maybe spam with sheriff shots onto a planter. Here we go. The
Official goes in. They're taking a lot of space with this. Big jump. Big jump back almost. Almost stuns his teammate up. Not sure he's going to be able to pick this one back up.
And finds himself toast through the wall.
Perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Spam through with the
Yeah,
sheriff.
keep an eye on this duel between these two. Pretty big. Nice timing.
Forward, taking a chance, taking a gamble, but Kiwi sits him right down.
Absolutely domes him from afar as well. Will not be stopped since we got back underway. This is feeling very reminiscent of what we saw back on Lotus about an hour or so ago.
Damn, nicely handled. Kiwi
3 kills
doing
in the
great at the moment.
I think steps ahead of CNED on kills.
Brilliant stuff there from FUT.
Again, it's like a really weird. This is just going to be a weird half in general because again, the FUT comp kind of struggles a little bit on defense, but at the same time, the Navi comp really struggles on attack, so they kind of even each other out, and it's going to be interesting. Should have gone B. It's kind of hard for them to get out over towards B. That's the issue.
They've got an absolute chance with
They
converting
can
that
Astra
too.
fake star this, but then at the same time they got nothing to like clear deep. They can throw a Dizzy out, but it's relatively easy to dodge of that.
And although it's got the off-on sides, may not feel too much need for the knives immediately, of course, more for the close range you're looking for it for. Kiwi could yet again be the controller of this round. Not a literal controller, but you get what I mean.
Seems like the default setup from Navi leaning onto the A side, just with Angel throwing that blind.
Okay, 2 hero guns into this one.
Loves to play out on his own, and just by instantly shutting down any sort of early push or space held with an operator, he can accomplish a lot. He's also one of the 2 players with a Guardian here, so seeking out a kill, can't quite find it, but knows there's 2 on the site and their position. So he's actually going to call up some teammates to try and punish this.
He's trying to do his best Kiwi impression, right?
This can't be how they want to play this, but again, this is fine. A lot of A control at the beginning, just trying to duel into this round with just the hero guardians. Saw kind of individual face over towards here, individual face over towards here, trying to get some kills. FUT are doing great at not giving them anything.
That's really high return of investment for just the single player and retrievable util. Now 4 players coming in. And Mr. Fallen isn't guarded.
Inferior, no. FUT's comp Inferior is meant to be good on attack.
Crack's able to escape right there. Could actually be big. Because otherwise he was about to get swarmed on the side.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do here, is forcing their way forward. Utility slowing them down slightly before they have the full send. And sure enough, a great little link coming out. CNED finds one for himself, so he gets into the
They did a lot of damage though. Comms are about to come in with the damage done. We've got 45 and 11.
HP has been chipped at hugely though. Fallen also looking for some chip on the shock dart. Sugetsu so incredibly low, down to 11 HP. He knows he's going to be in the corner there.
They don't win this though, right?
Retake back through Secret. Here's the first kill from Fallen, the second one as well. FUT are cruising on the retake.
Oh.
Just CNED.
That's the problem. It's just CNED in the 1 versus 2. Makes use of the updraft.
No, that's kind of sick.
Uh-oh, no bullets.
Done. He's going to have to come in for this one and spray it down. Finds himself 1. Kiwi versus CNED. Who comes out on top?
Oh.
It's going to be CNED. Of course it is.
So good, man. What is this jet off today? It is literally just CNED against Kiwi. We're tuning in again. We've got 24-7, I think that was, and we had 20 kills to 11. Again, the Jets are just taking turns of just solo winning.
I would say in general that would be a fair statement to make, but I leave it up to the
Damn, he played this so well, by the way.
Though, it was all CNED at the end. I mean, my God, Navi at one point it was a 3 versus 5, but they trade those kills out fairly quickly. And then continue to move along. So Navi return again to the same setup here. Just Angel can throw that flash for himself. Actually taking a little bit slower this time around. Going to break the dart, then throw it, then step up. Probably end up grabbing the door, but you can see what it means for Kiwi. He can't actually step forward and play off the dart or look to go
In
for
terms of the money,
has to
this might pretty much, and this is it. This is it for FUT. Losing this, they go down, pretty much accepting that Navi are going to have 12. So yeah, this is interesting.
Sure, these ults that are all coming online, but you could say the same about Navi. They've got 3 on side. Zipan's about to get his as well. So these next 2-3 rounds are just going to be the constant back and forth of ultimate utility.
Coach Cam was the best idea ever. Yeah, we get a lot of it in EMEA. It's so sick. We got a lot of expressive coaches. Don't ever sleep. Yeah, I'm so fine with sleep. Don't worry.
Doesn't mean you're guaranteed to see no one peek out once they get into a safe position. I've loved the ways that he's made use of his abilities this game so far, Angel, to give him credit. Even including the ultimate as well, last second bouncing back towards
Okay, they've done one of the hardest points over this comp, which is getting out over towards here. Now an extra thing is getting through this choke point, but they can have a relatively good hit. Let's see what it's like. Dizzy goes in. Dubra planting.
That plan was almost going down. It got cancelled at the very last second, which means it's going to
Damn,
have to come down.
Spike is down.
There's only 10 seconds left on side, and there are 4 players here as well. The desperation all coming
Surely
out
someone
as
stops this.
Going in for the plan as they
Oh
step
my
on through
god.
the swing comes in.
Everyone goes in, they do manage to get the plant down. Do they know where Shao is? This ult is currently blocking him. He's got to Astra Cyclist at one point. Oh, it's not here for ages. Oh man, that's incredible.
Carry it on over. Navi just working too much against the clock. And this is a classic Navi style in a way where they sort of wait a lot of the time.
Bit of a nightmare for Navi. 1-9 loss bonus. 1-9 after this one.
Then they have very little time to explode.
Had the EMEA teams watch America's and not realize that it's so much better than what's going on here. It's beyond me. It's really beyond me. They just must be watching nothing.
Yeah, 4 rifles coming out for the side of Navi. A couple of players really broke from this round, but that 5th one that was missing, Casinas got the ult online. He wants that up in the next round, I'd imagine. For a second,
Okay, again, what this comp is good at is taking A control. In terms of the buy right now, we do get a buy from them. So 2-4 loss bonus after this one. They might squeeze out a buy. We've got some knives. It's not too bad, but there's 2 people that can't buy next round with the 2-4 loss bonus. And then on the other side as well, they can still break the recon.
No real space taken, but they're going to challenge down near bottom mid. Of course, this one-way goes down, and there's full gas on that, so it's going to be up for quite some time. If anyone tries to run through it, that instantly turns into a grab well on the ground. I mean, just the utility flooding on in here. Zipan was trying to pop the ulti so they could blitz past the one-way, but the stall util came in time.
That's one ultimate air quotes wasted, really. Prax is ready. CNED pulls. A second one comes in.
Oh, he did insanely well. Nice shots.
The collapse of Navi. 3 gone in the round. And FUT move up to within touching
flawless.
distance. 2 rounds to go. And both teams will be
Took
on the same
2 bullets
scoreline.
this round, that was it. 1 each here. Really nice round from them. Their money was relatively low, so getting this is so perfect. They only have to buy, I mean, 2 of them will rebuy armor, that's about it. They don't even have to, in my opinion. Muted House, thank you so much, mate. 11 months, almost the year as well. Thank you so much for all the aim. K-Corp Fnatic? Maybe. Maybe, we'll see. They got as good a chance as any.
Give them fights, right? Like, when was the last time FUT actually like sought out a fight early in the round?
That'll be every team in the EMEA and PAL. There's not a chance this is Navi's main comp on this map. I'm not convinced. But yeah, at least from what I've seen, I think so.
But when the round for them is really starting,
I just think the Americas meta right now is way, not to watch, it's horrendous. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen, but in terms of playstyle, it definitely makes a lot more sense.
They can just win out individually. No, they're stepping into angles that FUT feel very strong on.
I think we've seen both teams with relatively similar strong points across the maps as well. You look back to Lotus, Navi on the defensive
Has Mini
side.
lied to us? Nah, it's just Navi not showing everything. Navi's got something ready for us. But I think you'd be mental. I think the person in chat that was talking about being mental to take CNED off of Jet on this map is kind of right. He looks insanely good. Trying to make it fun for the viewers, honestly, I respect that. I do respect that one. Alright, we get into this. Like we said, there's 2 people that can't buy into this. Everyone else managed to squeeze out a gun, so it's not the worst force buy. We got Fish if they wanted to get out somewhere. They got 2 ults to try and get over towards sites. But just look how bad this comp is at getting over towards B. Like, what do you do against that?
Oh man. They put down Wingman. which means that wasn't going down anymore. Charles gonna have to take that.
Oi, what?
The overseer from on high is just
That's straight through smoke.
deleting the members of Navi. Sure, they've got the spike down, but it's a 5 versus 2, and it is a lot to ask for from this Navi side. Make it one left.
Man, both of these jets are having so much fun right now. It is literally whose turn is it next to just get 3Ks, 4Ks, clutch rounds. It's wild.
The first kill on CNED, a little bit tricky. Managed to find it, but then after that, perfect as well.
Oh dear,
But yeah, that was case in point right here, right? How do you, without the drone and without the dog, how on earth do you push this jet off this angle? And if this is what they've got for me, like it's awful.
There is also a world where they save the lockdown for the post plant.
Do you think Fiber Harbor or Viper Astra is better? I do think the Harbor's better, but I think the Astra's fine. Like, I think you can do a lot of cool stuff with the Astra, like having the luck potential. I think it's nice. I think it works just as well. Like, I do like this comp, but just this needs to be a Killjoy. Like, if this is a Killjoy, then I love this comp. I think this comp is great. But again, on defense, like this is a good example, right? 1, 1, 1 and 1, right? So you can never really have anywhere strong because of the choke points. They're all mixed up. Like this guy, he's wrecked. He's on his own. There's one person and one choke point. Right? Then there's this person 1 on 1 in this choke point. Like that's why it just doesn't make sense. Man, EMEA just suck at this map. No wonder we're banning it all the time.
So many rounds now from a numbers disadvantage. I don't think they're even scared of this one. It's Cracks holding up nice and close, waiting for the step forward to come in. And there we go. 2 come back the other way real quick. All comes out once again, but doesn't find the man they need.
Yeah, nice crossfire from these though. That's a huge kill again. And he's so fast with it. He's so fast.
How does Navi keep on letting this happen?
Let's get these idiots.
10 to 10.
It got insta shot, or did he cancel it?
This is unbelievable.
Oh my god, 9 and 3 at the half. Only allowing 1 here. Ridiculous performance from FUT.
KO
and make
knife.
no mistake, like there was ice put out. We had a long break after that 9-3.
He didn't die, right?
On the half, but since then,
I think
FUT have just
KO
been
knife.
completely
Or
different.
KO all.
Navi a bit scattered on the,
Right?
on the take. Even when they find the openers there, it doesn't matter for backside cracks and motion.
It was something. I don't know what it was. It was all.
Big time clutch up, time and time again.
Yeah. Maybe.
Said it in the moment, but a 4 versus 2, and you still couldn't count FUT out.
Oh yeah, and that was the round where FUT extended a little bit too far.
Knife
the
it
first
is.
time Fallen doesn't see anything in A main, so he's like, oh, I have a chance to push forward here. He gets punished. Navi did everything
Didn't you say that
right
Navi had a comp that could wreck Americas? That's what I've been told. I'm really hoping that it's not this. I'm really hoping it's not this. This is
But he can still hold, still sat in the same spot.
yeah, this can't counter anything. This
This
can barely get out over towards B main.
Still a lockdown in the post plant. This is going to be huge. It buys them so much time, but not if Fallen wins the fight before they have a chance to pop it.
That's the point. They've got to be popping it around about now, really. This is going to be too late. Finally, it comes out here as well.
Are they going to go fast? What's the call on this one? Call on this one's to fall back. It's going to be really low on time. Astra's still alive. Astra has suck. If Astra gets a kill, then it's Astra ult. Astra ult comes in for Atta. 3 people here though. Oh god, they're really going for this. Yeah, they might have messed this one up. Yeah, it's unlucky. They really went in. I can't believe they put the Viper into it. Nicely done from Navi to buy a lot of time. Again, they had Astra suck after the Killjoy. That kind of bought a lot of time here. Yeah, the Viper ult might have been a bit too much, to be honest. The good news for FUT is the 1-9 loss bonus here will go really hard because they killed everyone. Yeah, killed everyone.
Just obscene that Navi take that one away. The delay on the lockdown, I think, was perfect.
Eagerly, did you watch it back and see what happened?
Timing, where you can decide not to push it, but then you're really working against the clock.
Oh yeah.
Should we do?
Maybe you have to push it, maybe you don't. They had the time, but it made
There was no knife? I'm
rushed
down,
from
chat.
them. You could see
It's
the
going to pause this
chaos
quickly. It's a timeout. Apologies to the casters. Chat, flashbang. 3, 2, 1. What are we thinking? So there's the fish. But what happens to it? He must just cancel it or something. What? I don't get it. He gets shot? But doesn't it... Okay. Ah, I mean, yeah, it must have just been low HP. Did it go for a Viper molly at the beginning or something? So it did some like tick damage to it or something? I don't know. Time ran out and you think it was the second one? Yeah, it has a lot of HP. It's 200.
This is really clever, right? Kiwi trying to post up now inside of Art with the operator. They know a lot of the early util scouting from Navi has been around mid, but not so much into Art. They've been contacting in. As a matter of fact,
yeah, the second use, I think it just timed out or got shot.
Ooh. Well, Kiwi and Cena balance things up at 25 and 12. Both of them sat on exactly the same scoreline.
Okay. Like we said, this is a massive round because 1-9 on top of this and it's done. Right, they just don't have anything. We'll go to 11-11, they got no money. Yeah, FUT are in an okay position. Can they get anything before this B hit happens? Oh boy. That's pretty good. The big pick. What else have we got here? We got some numbers. 3 of them are going to be here. We got Viper Molly. If they want to stop the plant, Viper Molly goes in. Tap to see if there was going to be any kind of push. It's a very good plant. It is a very good plant. This is a hard retake. The good news for FUT is they have the wall that can block.
Absolutely ready to flood out from CT. They go to the back, but CT finds the first, turns around the corner for the second. Navi are cruising, but it's back to the 3 versus 3.
Oh my god. Shao 1v3. Damn, nicely handled. Nicely handled. 1-9 loss bonus, like we said, goes into play. No one can buy here. 1-9 on all of this.
Deep towards the back side there, coming around the corner for 2 kills. It's Kiwi and the rest of FUT pinching it on both sides. Kiwi
28 to 12, 26 to something.
To stab them in the back with the Blade Storm, instantly tying things up. Navi are broke.
Oh my, oh my.
Some nice decision making from him.
And we really thought, looking at how that first half went, this would be over in 2, but looks like
okay, forces them down to eco. 28 to 12
Pearl.
and 26 to 13. It really has been strong.
Spectacular. They know that second place for the playoffs is still up for grabs. Of course, Navi have already qualified, but FUT want to jump over them. They want to leapfrog, get themselves into second space, get the better seeding. And with a result like this, assuming they can get over the finish line, it's well on its way.
Wow, CNED takes the orb there to get the knives.
Here.
Trying to maybe win this round by some miracle.
What's the next map split?
He's gonna updraft here as well. Looking for a feedback secret. Does he see anyone? No!
Oh, he kind of just saw at the end there.
2 players.
Oh, he might.
Inches away from
I mean, why not? He saw him and the pre-aim was so perfect. Oh my god.
I'll always come back to what I've been saying all night long. Do not count FUT out until the last man falls.
Still patience from Navi, down to 50 seconds. Working.
Oh god, what is that shot as well?
It is now a 5-on-3. No rifles have been recovered. It is still the CNED show, working down
and this is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare. Look at their position. Jed just has to get info somewhere. Flash comes in as well, does get a kill though. He needs to try and get everyone. Does he just accept the little bro's going in?
Taking out that can't sit with it, know exactly where he is. Drop smoke. It's up close. What's happening?
Oh my god, he got another one.
It's a 1-for-1. It's seen it ultimately coming out, and Thomas Crack steps in. They've still got the bigger rifles, so they've traded over and got the up on CNED once again. But he's got to be able to find someone. Up in heaven, there's one. One pushed down a little bit lower.
CNED's picked up an op, and it's a good plant. Mate, chat, CNED can't lose this round. I don't see a world where CNED loses that. I'm gonna put it out there, put him curse out early. Not a chance this guy loses this.
It's the place to be. And they're pushing in for him at this point, they know. Going in for the double peak, almost gets wallbanged out of it as well. Shao rounding one, but he misses the critical shots!
He's 23 HP? Oh no. Ah, see, Chad, never in doubt. What a crazy round for him though. Oh my goodness.
To get in striking distance. What is this game?
30 to 13. 30 to 13, 30 to 13, both of them. It's incredible. What a sick round.
Ridiculous. Now FUT with the backs against the walls. After CNED finds just the pixel on the shot with the knives, then dancing around with the operator on 23 HP. Just a breeze would have knocked him over. Now Navi, what do they return to?
Okay, one chance. As if they won that. Oh my god, CNED. it's been so dependent. Like both teams have been so dependent on the Jet winning them rounds. It's not even funny. Okay, one chance. We still have the attack up. Fish ult in. It's gonna get them a lot of map.
To try and pull players off of B. Navi's so patient, not actually peeking down long
Okay,
until they can force the rotations.
Dude, that took me a while. KO comes in to cancel it.
Clears into art. Now Cracked is calling. They haven't scaled just yet.
Chat, I was like, what? It's happened again. What's going on?
First 40 seconds of the round, just start to show for it.
I've really got to turn my sound up. I don't have sound cues sometimes. It's hard for me to speak when I hear the casters like really loud.
100% out from backside. Angel picked up the ultimate, so he can cast that again to try and clear down into Link.
Oh boy, there it is. We go 30 to 13, and we see a Jet v Jet duel right at the end to decide it. They get a lot of map control, have their own KO ult. It's one person. It's all up to Moj.
Mo just got it all to do. He's got the rifle.
Oh man, good luck. One. Oh yeah, nice trade. Damn, what a mad way for this to end. Oh, nice ping. 2v4.
They can get back on it once again and try and make this happen.
Oh, the flash was good.
The flash came through. He backs away and keeps himself stood up.
Okay, that's gonna hit no one. So, oh, that's so smart. Chad, do you see him jump into that, by the way, to get hit so they think he's elbow? That was so smart. Oh my goodness.
So aggressively with that, they are not ready for this. The gun has been spotted. The pinch is on the way. Fallen takes one, but he goes straight into two players.
What a sick map to watch though. CNED is an absolute hero. Feel a little bit sorry for Kiwi. He did great as well.
1 versus 1. CNED and Kiwi in the final round. To kick it off, it is CNED.
Man, that was a cool poll. Again, I think they would get wrecked, but I think both teams